Evening all, and welcome to episode 29 of Kerbalism. Now, between the last episode and this one, I have been going through some of the mini probes and relays and bits and pieces we have. I've been trying to squeeze a little bit more science out of them, trying to find out if they've got anything on them that could be done to just give me a little bit more. However, during this time, I have got a bit of science from them. We've done quite well, surprisingly, but we've had a few failures. And we've had a failure here, and the two that are important, we've got one on a moon probe rover relay, which is one of the ones that orbits the moon here. Not sure which one it is, but one of them has failed, and I'm not sure whether it's actually... It's difficult to know which one it is, unfortunately, because they're all named the same. I should have probably done a better job at naming them, but yeah, there's a failure there. But probably the most important one is station. Our station has had a failure in one of its solar panels, and that's a problem. If it runs out of power, it's not going to make the food, and if it doesn't make the food, we can't fulfill the contract. But more importantly, our brave pilot who's on there will die. So, I think first things first is to send an engineer up to the station and try and fix that solar panel. Might send a replacement pilot up as well and bring whomever it is that's stationed there back. I've forgotten your name, I'm sorry. Kerdred is up here on the station. That's where you've been. Ah, I thought you disappeared. Yes, Kerdred's up here on the station, and we've had a failure of a solar panel, which is actually one on the road. It's not that important. Seems to have closed in on itself for some reason, but yes, it would still be nice to repair it, to find out how this works. I'm not sure if pilots can. I don't believe they can. Let's find out. Kerdred, out you go. Let go and turn your RCS on. And you're still going to have this weird camera issue going on here. I don't really know how to fix that. One of the mods I have is causing my Kerbals to be fixed in position. So, yeah, I'm not really sure which one's doing that, and I don't know how to rotate them as well. That's... whoa. Cannot remove helmet. Oh, don't do that. That's a really bad thing. Right, down. Turn my camera back around again. It doesn't really matter, because it's all messed up. Repair solar panel. Ah, it got stuck. That was all. Okay, so... for simplest things, then it's possible to do with... oh dear. Well, apparently I can move my Kerbal around using the mouse. This is all getting very confusing very quickly. Let's get back in. That seems like the best course of action. If there was a way to do it with the keyboard, to spin him round, it would make life easier. But something odd has happened, and yeah, things have gone weird. Right. I think this way, forward, up, down, left, right, I don't even know anymore. Grab. There we are. And board. You're back. Well done. How long have we got left on our food? We've got 39 days. Oh, we're getting there. So we could now retract the solar panel, apparently. That's a weird thing, but yes, put it back in and take it back out again, and It's the old, have you tried turning it on and off again? Once again, our stations have become unaligned with the sun. I really don't know what does that. It's very odd thing. Point the solar panels at the sun, because that's how they get the best energy. Right, so we are 39 days out from there. We've got lots of ammonia in here. Not sure what to do with the waste. Nitrogen. Waste container. There's all the oxygen. Right. So, okay. So that's been repaired. The other issue, as I said, was the rover, but I don't know which one it is, and it doesn't appear to be causing a problem with my relay back to Kerman. So, I think for that case, we're good. Now, the reason I've been mucking about with all these probes and trying to get some more science is because there's one other little thing I'd like to unlock before putting our base on the moon. I do intend to do that, that's the very next thing, but there is one more part I want to unlock first. And that part is, in advanced landing, the Meerkat Landing Assistant. This is pretty much the same as the connector I have where I've got the legs on one side and the wheels inside it. But this one has engines, so it could actually be used to land things on the moon. It would be much more used to it. I am surprised at how much science I got. I had a probe that was orbiting Mimas, which I landed on the surface. Land is a loose word, but it's on the surface and it transmitted some data back. And I've done a few other little things of just changing the angles of some probes so they fly over new places on the moon, and it's yes, I've got some science there, so quite happy with that. Let's unlock that. That's quite useful. All these new landing gears, heat shield, and underside landing leg. Ooh, maybe we could redesign this system to be even more robust. Medium landing gear as well. They're quite useful. They would be useful for going underneath because they give us much more clearance when raising the vehicles. But they don't have engines in them. They don't have little electric engines in the wheels, so they can't actually drive us around. So we'll stick to the probe, the buggy wheel, sorry, until we unlock them, because they're just much better. They're fantastic little wheels. Been there, done that. There's loads of things. So right, let's unlock this. We are got 113 left. I would like to unlock some other things here first before moving on, I think, because we already dove into this one here with a winch. That would be useful. The crossway connector. I've got one that's sort of a makeshift connector. We've got garage doors as well, all these things. But having something that's actually designed for it, that would be fantastic. So, right, but we'll look at that later. Let's go and have a play with these engines. And here we are on the runway with the new design. These are grey. That's a little annoying. I'd prefer them to be white just for aesthetic points, but hey ho. I've got the wheels in here now. You can't see it, unfortunately, but the wheels are pretty much in line with the engines. The engine's just on the inside of them, so I'm a little worried that they're going to burn up. But let's give it a go around. Obviously, this is heavier because these got fuel inside, so but that shouldn't really be an issue. Right, drop the gear down, bounce up on the legs, and right, let me turn off the action wheels in there. There we go. Right, and Oh, we're having a bit of a drive around. That still works perfectly well. Confuse our solar panels. Alright, now come to a stop. Brake, brake, brake. And turn on the engines. There we are. Then fire them up and see what happens. We get a bit of... Ooh. Ooh, it is actually strong enough to take off in Kerman's atmosphere. That's quite impressive, actually. However, I've gone up way too high. I need to come right down. Because I don't particularly want Jeb or... Oh, that was a hard landing. But, hey ho, it's down. I don't want Jeb or Bill to fall out of the sky like that. That would hurt. So... Right, that's pretty good. That was quite a short flight. Used a lot of fuel. So... Not really sure what this is going to be like on the actual moon. Obviously a lot less fuel is required because the gravity is so much lower, so I should be able to just bring them in nice and gently, hopefully, would be the idea, and see. There's only really one way to find out, isn't there? And here we have the start of our moon base. It comprises of a rover with a fuel cell, some oxygen and hydrogen on board, so the fuel cells will actually work. It's got the new landing engines with it, so we can test them to find out if they work on the moon. And it's also going to bring Lisa Kerman up to the space station in orbit so she can relieve Kerdred there, because he's been there for quite a while. Probably a good idea to send him back home before he starts going crazy. That's the plan. Let's see how it works. And here we are, up pretty much in orbit. Yeah, almost. The approach is going to be a long way away. So, yeah. We are getting lots and lots and lots of errors with Keo stationary saying the sensors are going on and offline because it's dark. So it's losing power even. There isn't really a great deal I can do about that other than try and turn it off. Keo stationary. I can turn off the battery warnings. So in theory, no errors. Yay. It is obviously in the dark. No, it's not. It's technically actually in the sun's light, but I'm guessing the sensor is using more power than it's producing. I have to go back and look at that because there's no reason for it to have the sensors on. It's 3 million kilometers up, 3 million meters up. It's not scanning anything. So, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. First, we need to actually get to our orbit and to our station. Right, how's that? How's that? Our intersection is 2.2 kilometers. Excellent. Right. So, Lisa, you can go off on your own. And it's just dawned on me, after of course I have disconnected that this doesn't have any batteries on it. We have 100 electric charge and losing up a lot very quickly. And the little engine that I have here doesn't have an alternator. What a foolish, foolish person I am. I'm not really sure if I can save electricity anyway. I could turn off the scrubber and turn off the pressure control. And then apparently we're not using any electric charge. But we are using... It's ticking down very, very slowly. So, okay, that's kind of good. I'm going to turn off the reaction wheels as well. Where are we here? Toggle talk. There it is, disabled. And enable the RCS. That can be used to position us round like so. Right. Okay, so right, first and foremost, let's get this into an orbit so it doesn't crash and burn and die and everything go terribly wrong. Or we could just fire straight at the moon. Let's do that instead. Let's target. Ah, there we are. Wonderful encounter. Excellent. A bit more. There we are. That'll do. Right, in 6 minutes' time, we have a burn. Now, this does only have the little relay on it, so I need to make sure I get the burn right before it runs out of contact. It'll then piggyback onto the system that's around the moon, so there's not a problem there. I thought about that, and I thought about power here, and made sure I got a fuel cell working because energy was being a real pain on the moon. And then forgot to put one on the craft that actually has the live Kerbal in it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, there we are, walk around to our manoeuvre. And we'll send this on our way, go back to I've forgotten your name, I'm terribly sorry. I've been distracted by the fact that you're possibly going to die. But yes, we'll fire this and then I'll fire this a bit early because I just want to get it done. Get back over and make sure we don't lose a Kerbal. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to kill another Kerbal. That would be bad. Be very bad. Ah, and we're out of fuel in that stage there. Right, so drop that, fire the next little poodle. I think I'll rotate this round so it's on top. It's not even, so it's actually pulling one direction. For some reason. I'm not sure whether that's because of the weight in these things here or if it's just because most of the weight is lowered down on it. Possibly. Let's get in plenty of that. Oh, there we are. I've overshot. But that doesn't matter. That will take us to the moon. Excellent. Okay, turn the SAS off. And, right, enjoy your trip. Whilst we go back to the moon base. Lisa, of course. Lisa Kerman. You still have plenty of electric charge. That's good. You're living in your spacesuit at the moment. Things are tough. So let's still our target. We're going to be 10 kilometers away. I'm not really sure how to get us any closer. I point at the target and fire. Doesn't appear to do anything. What about if I point prograde across our orbit? Ah. So we want to be slowing down by looks of things. Let's activate this engine. And fire it up. It's a little awkward having to do this. As it is, I am going to shoot past this. We're far too close for this to be working right now. But let's slow our orbit down, see if we can get somewhat closer. And I think I want to just try and match the target. Slow down for the target. Aha, right. So apparently we're going to get an intercept over here if I keep doing this. That one there is what I want. Back around to this. See the numbers. 1.5 kilometers. Right, there we are, 1.5 kilometers. So turn off the RCS again. No, actually that can stay on because we've not got the reaction wheels on, so that shouldn't matter. And we want to warp around to this one here. And point ourselves retrograde once again. Try and slow ourselves down relative to the target. Oh, Lisa Kerman's head starts feeling light. Right. So we need to turn on the scrubber, I think. Which is going to use a lot of electric charge, but, well, kind of about the only way I can see to do this here. Turn ourselves around and try and find the target. There it is. And move in towards it. Got to be careful with time warp. Whilst at time warp, vessels can fly through each other because of the way Kerbal physics works. And if I come out of time warp whilst this crew pod was inside here, there would be explosions and death and all sorts of things you don't genuinely want to happen. Oh dear. Oh, we're a long way out from where I want to be. Oh. Not sure why I stuck 3 RCS thrusters on here rather than 4. Makes life a little bit awkward to control. It rotates a lot. Oh, move backwards. Then move forwards again. And then turn off the SES and pray to the god of magnets. Success! There we are! We are on board the station. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Now, we've still got 39 days for our food. We're rocking about a bit, but we are here. We are here. Kerdred has been up here for 160 days. Well done, Kerdred, but it's time you went home. Lisa, you are going to transfer into the hitchhiker storage can. You're going to transfer also into that hitchhiker storage can. No, that was the wrong button. Transfer crew. We are going to transfer all the data we have to here, I suppose. Transfer data here, empty. We've got nothing, but hey ho, that doesn't matter. And I think Kerdred and Lisa, you can actually just stay there for a minute. You can enjoy each other company for a while, cheer each other up, give each other stories, and we're going to go back to the moon. So, everything checks out, everything makes sense. Let's accelerate time, and the first thing we'll get will be On station, Lisa Kerman is braving again. That's good. Moon base probe, we have lost control. That was expected. We are about halfway to the moon, and we've lost signal with it, but it will regain once we get here. So that's okay. The plan is intact. And there we are. We have a signal again. Station batteries are almost empty. I keep getting errors with station batteries, and then it just says it's ready again. So I'm guessing it's rotating for some reason, and the solar panels aren't facing the sun properly. So yeah, not sure why that happens, but it does. Right. So we need to transfer into the moon's sphere of influence. And station's out of battery juice again. And here we are, in the moon. Right, now the question is, do I actually want to put the base at the South Pole where I've been planning to? The idea of it down there was because that's where the flat land is. But I'm not really sure. I do now have, I've got 2 probes in orbit apparently, giving me some decent data. He says, as that's all complete gobbledygook. Altimetry map of the sun. No, we don't want the sun, we want the moon. Thank you. And, oh, we've detected an anomaly. How interesting. So with this, the white parts are the highest and the dark parts are the lowest. So if we were to set down here, we'd probably get no sun ever. There is a nice higher area there, which could be useful. And there is an anomaly. I've never really been one for chasing the anomalies. I've never really known how to pinpoint them and how to get them. Landing target. Ooh, that's interesting. Cool. Set landing target there, I suppose. I have no idea what I've just done. Does that give me... Aha! Aha! No, it gives me a nice big green X. I'm learning things. Shall we go there? Shall we go for that? Let's go for that, shall we? Why not? Why not? But it shall have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.